The Doc is In is sponsored by Amada Senior Care.
Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton is with us in studio.
This morning, he's focusing on how drug companies are changing their advertising strategies.
Yeah, so the folks just down the hallway may not like this whole conversation because it's something that's pretty common and targeted throughout the shows and throughout TV across the board, and it may not be the healthiest thing for you. Whether it's a couple prancing down a beach, happily holding hands, a talking bumblebee, or a family enjoying a theme park ride, drug companies spend millions of dollars to make billions of impressions with medication ads. Direct-to-consumer advertising is a major tool from the pharmaceutical industry to sell their drugs to the patient, giving the consumer the answer to their problem and thus selling that to their prescriber. Some of that is about to change as new rules require drug makers to be clearer and more direct when explaining their medications, risks, and side effects. Currently, if a medication lists its benefit or treatment, they must list the side effects too. But on occasion, drug companies will list the names but never what it treats, so they don't have to mention the side effects. On top of that, they often use music, colors, movement, and distractions to mask their risks. Many companies have already adopted the rules, which become binding on November 20th, so just coming up in our second segment right after this, we're actually going to talk about those physical changes and what it really means for the details within the ads that may be minimally perceptual to the viewer, but is very important in terms of being able to understand the risks and benefits of the medications that they're trying to sell you.
I think that's really scary when they're potentially not going to list the side effects.
Yeah, so I mean, not listing them, but also just being able to hide them, because they actually look, there's actually data looking at the psychology of the way that ads are created on how it's distraction, that sleight of hand that you see within, within a magician that they use to help distract you and say, you hear the benefit and then they distract you during the risk part. In the end, it is a discussion I have with your doctor all the time about that risk and benefit.
It's like when you compliment somebody and you compliment them and then say, but, and you give the bad news afterwards. Kind of similar. All right,
I
Doc,
feel like
we'll
something's
check
coming
with
from that. Is that during the
no
break?
No personal attack, I promise.
Great job, Doc. But
we have to head to break. We'll be right back.
You're watching Fox 56 News. Our home, your news.